Hello everyone. I'm Anna from GreenGeeks, and thank you for joining us for today's webinar, Owning Your Persona, Take Control of How Your Site is Presented by Topher DeRosia, owner of Media Forge Productions. So real quick, before we start, I want to say a couple of words about GreenGeeks for those of you who may be joining us or are not familiar with us. We're a 300% green energy web hosting provider, which essentially means we put back 3 times the amount of power we consume into the grid in the form of renewable energy. We have been recognized by the US EPA since 2009 as a Green Power Partner, and we offer share hosting, reseller hosting, VPS, and dedicated server. So now moving on to our webinar, a few housekeeping items. If you have any questions during the presentation, please go ahead and put them in the Q&A so Topher can be answered them at the end of the presentation. You can chat in the chat room. Remember to select everyone if you want everyone to see what you're discussing. And we really want to be this interactive and we want to hear your thoughts. And as always, we're doing a recording of this presentation. So if you have to step away or leave for another meeting, do not worry. We'll be sending the recording to everybody in the next couple of days. And finally, we have enabled live transcription. So you have the ability to enable them during the webinar by clicking on the show captions item. And now I'm going to say hi to Eric and introduce her to with GreenGeeks. Erica Barbosa will be assisting us with the chat and the Q&A. Hey, welcome, Erica. Do you want to say hi?
Hi, Anna. Hi, everyone. I am Erika Barbosa. I am from Costa Rica. Today, I'm going to be assisting the chat. Hope you enjoy today with Topher. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Erica. I'm going to say a few words about Topher. Topher is a good friend, of course, a WordPress developer, storyteller, and life coach. He's been building the web for over 30 years and working with WordPress for over 15 years. And I love this Topher. He lives in a forest in remote northern Michigan. That's so cool. So hi, Topher. Would you like to say hi to the attendee and start your
Hello,
presentation?
hello. Yeah,
Yes.
hello.
Hi.
I'm delighted to be here.
Welcome. Would you like to share your screen and start?
Oh, sure. Yep. Let's see here. There we go. Oh, Zoom
Great.
put so much stuff on my screen. All right. We're ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. So this is called Owning Your Persona, Taking Control of How Your Site is Presented. And we're going to talk about 2 different technologies today, OpenGraph and schema.org. Neither one of them require you to be a developer, which is good. But it helps you. I'm going to show you a little bit of code and to help you understand what's going on inside your website. So let's get started. We're going to start right here at ogp.me, and it's about the Open Graph protocol. Actually, let me start with my first slide. So Open Graph was created by Facebook, but is widely adopted by most social media sites now. It is designed to standardize how sites present their data, so how your site presents your own data. It allows you to say to the social networks, this is who I am and this is what I look like. And it usually comes from SEO plugins. There are other plugins that you can get that just do only Open Graph. So if you have a favorite SEO plugin that doesn't do it, you can get a plugin that does do it in addition. So let me show you about it now. So what it does is put these tags right here in the header of your website, and it does exactly what it says. It says what the title of your site is, what type of site or page this is, not a site, what type of page this is. So their example here comes from IMDb about the movie The Rock, and so it is a video and it is a movie, and then an image to represent the page, and the canonical URL. This may not be the page that you're looking at. You can say in your page that This is not the canonical URL. The actual one is somewhere else. And then there are a few optional ones. If your page has audio attached to it, you can put a URL in. There's a description, a determiner. I've never used that. I don't know what that does. Locale, so for that's specifically related to language. I'm going to be more specific. It's not just language, but it's also territory. So you can say English, but U.S. instead of English Belize or something. But you can have an alternate. Then there's a site name, and there's the video one. And this is what the HTML actually looks like. So I use Yoast. So when I put my information into Yoast, Yoast puts these tags in there for you. Now we're going to take a look at what that looks like, what the output is. I'm going to use this tool that my friend Courtney made, and it analyzes, or it tries its best to show you what your site will look like on 28 platforms. So I'm going to start with, we'll start with this one. This is my doctor's office. So I'm going to copy that URL and put it in here. And one of the reasons I like this tool is that it's really fast. There, that's done. And so here's what it will look like on Facebook. And there's Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest. So good to know that it doesn't look great on Pinterest. Reddit looks a little funny. Mastodon looks good. Blue Sky, Threads, Dig, Tumblr, Medium, Hacker News doesn't have an image, ever. Instagram, that's good to know because that's probably one of the most popular ones that doesn't look good here. TikTok and WhatsApp. Oh, and there's Telegram, iMessage. Discord is a very dramatically different look. Instagram DMs. Microsoft Teams and Slack. Google Chat. So there's all of those. That's what that looks like. I'm going to do one more because you'll note that they have their logo here, which is here. This site does something a little different. They took that image from their header and put it here. You'll also note that some sites put in, or different sites put in different information. So Twitter and Facebook have the description here. LinkedIn never does. Looks like Reddit never does. Things like that. Now, what happens when you don't have Open Graph tags? Well, let me show you.
Do you have a link, as people are asking, I'm sorry to interrupt you, to this tool you're using that analyzes
That one?
how the sites is showing in different?
Yes, I will put it in. Oh, I don't have access to the chat right now. Maybe I do. Let me see.
You should be able to.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Chat.
Oh, okay. Someone already shared it with us. Thank you. Thank you
Okay.
for helping
There you
out.
go.
So it's
Yep.
ogpreviewlab.com, correct?
Yes.
Thank you
And
to
I'm going to point out that this was actually made by GoDaddy's Aero app builder. Courtney made it. She made this in one day, which is pretty cool.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah.
You can go ahead.
No worries. All right. Site presentation. So I'm under Yoast, and let's see. Oh, I didn't set this up here. I set it up on the individual page. So I'm going to go to home page, and oh, ha! It's a blog page. All right. I'm using a bad example. But it would be set up under site representation here. And on individual pages, you can override it, just because like you can do on any page with Yoast. Let's edit this one. Did I click it right? There we go. And we'll go down to Yoast. And under social, here you can override the default settings specifically for Open Graph. So you can select an image, you can set a title, you can set a description just for this page. I should point out, Twitter has their own stuff. If you don't have those tags, they will use Open Graph. But you may have seen, like, remember the code looks like this, OG audio. All the Open Graph stuff starts with OG colon. The Twitter stuff all starts with Twitter colon, even though it's X now. So be sure you go into your SEO settings and set up your social rendering, and Open Graph is what it's going to make. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is called schema.org, which is more than just the URL. It's actually, the technology is called schema.org. And what it does is allow you to be extremely specific about your site, about the information on your site. Let's see. Good example. Yes. So schema.org is what allows you to have Google search results like this: address, phone number, hours, all that stuff. That comes from schema.org. So here's that website, which is actually not a very good website in my opinion. It's WordPress, but I'm sad they're switching to Shopify. If we go to view source, before we get too far, let me show you. Here's their Open Graph tags, and here are those Twitter tags that I mentioned. Then right before it, you'll see, they're using all-in-one SEO. But here is a bunch of JSON that is schema.org. And let's see, we're going to go out. There's a type, there's a list item. It's a collection page. Here's their description, their language. There's a particular tag I'm looking for. Organization. So this is an organization, and here's all that information about the organization. And here's their website tag. It's all about their website. And there's an ID. Oh, okay, so that's that. This is not great schema stuff. Let me show you what you can do. So we're going to go to schemas. So you can, these are just a few. You can set up schema for an event. Or there's health and medical types. You could do medical entity. So my doctor's office should use that. There's organization. You can set it up for a person. So if you have staff, or you make an actor's page, then you want to use this. Places are super valuable. There's local business, there's restaurant, there's more. And then it goes on and on. It gets really, really specific. Let me show you. We'll click on local business. So there's currencies accepted, opening hours, payments accepted, price range, address, awards, brands, departments, employees, events. I'm just going to scroll real quick because you can see then how many things there are. There's geography stuff. What is this? Has drive-through service or not? So none of this stuff is going to be read by your users. This is all going to be read by search engines, by artificial intelligence engines. And the more you tell them, the more they can tell humans about them. I'm going to look at plugins here in a minute. No notifications, none of that. This is a recipe website, best roast beef. And I'm using a tool from Google here, search.google.com. I got here by searching for Google schema validator, so you should probably just do that. But it found 25 items on this page. It found an article, a breadcrumb thing. It found a recipe, 21 review snippets, and 1 video. So let's click on the recipe. And it says it's the best roast beef. And here's what they know about this recipe. Publisher tested. When it was published, when it was modified, the author is a person. So now we have a sub-schema. So there's the person. There's the image for it. There's a related video for it. There's the publisher. Schema has a thing called same as. So you can say, let's see here. The publisher is this organization, but these URLs are all the same. So this is all recipes on Facebook, all recipes on Instagram, etc. Nutrition information for this recipe. So all of this makes it searchable, much more searchable by Google. So you could do a Google search for beef recipes with a cholesterol content of less than 140 milligrams. And this would come up because you entered this in, well, they entered this information. Someone did. Let's see, what's that one? Nope, I didn't want that one yet. Well, yeah, okay. So this is a blog post I did. This is a YouTube video, and it's pretty simple. So I did the same thing, and this is a different results than I got before. Let me reload and see if I get something different. You tested page. Nope, that's not what I wanted at all. Well, that's not as useful as it was yesterday when I loaded this up. Can I go back and research? Oh, okay, yes. So it found 1 article, breadcrumbs, and 1 video. And there's the video. Okay, here we go. So I listed the page as a video object. And there's the title. It is an article, and it is part of a web page, which is part of a website. And there's the publisher, there's the image, and potential action, etc. So this is more of the kind of thing you can do. And I want to show you a little bit about how that happened. I mentioned before I'm using Yoast, and most SEO tools have a schema thing. And the default for a website is web page, and the article type is article. You can say that they are these different kinds of pages, and the articles are these different kinds of types. But then Yoast Pro also has a video add-on. And so in here, I was able to say, oh, I didn't do it. I believe this one is 2 minutes and 41 seconds long. Oh, there we go. And you can put in tags, and you can say whether or not it's family friendly, etc. I'm going to hit save on that. Now, all things considered, this is pretty simplistic. I mean, you saw the different tags that Schema can have. And in here, you can choose these 2 different things. So I also recommend a plugin like this, which lets you get as crazy as you want with it. I mean, this is a huge rabbit hole. There are literally hundreds of things you can say about any page. And you need to decide from a business standpoint if you want to do that. So it supports all of these types. There's apartment, single-family residence. So if you're doing a realty site, you want apartments, houses, residences, etc. And again, this is all about SEO, about AEO, GEO, all of the EOs. You want to basically tell them as much as you possibly can about it. Now, is this required? No, of course not. You don't have to do this. You really want to only spend the time going down rabbit holes if it's going to be really valuable. I didn't set up stuff for my blog because I don't care. but I did for my business, and you should do it for your client businesses, etc. Um, that's kind of all I have to show. I had a slide for schema. I'm gonna do it. It was created by Google, Bing, and Yahoo together. They came together and said, "What can we do to make this standardized so that we can all use it?" Um, Offers very fine-grained description, and it's mostly used by search engines. I did some experimentation in the prep for this video using either PHP or JavaScript to fetch the schema from a site and do something with anything just to see if it was possible. And what I found is that most sites block requests asking just for the schema because the information is so detailed that you could easily scrape the site and create a cloned site out of it. So it kind of makes me sad because, like, for the recipe, I'd love to here. I'd love to pull this data in and have it on my own site without all these ads and stuff. But that's exactly what they want to avoid. They make their money off these ads, and so they don't allow that. I did find that some sites do allow it specifically. They like it very much. IMDb does, because they want people to find information about their movies. I tried it on a realty site. That did not work well at all. They really hated it. So we won't do that. So that's what I have to show you. I see there are a zillion comments in the chat.
Yeah, and we have 4 questions as well in the question and the Q&A.
Okay, I don't see the Q&A.
Oh, I can read them for you.
Yeah, please do.
Kay is asking, what schema should you use for landing pages?
I don't know. You would probably want it to be topical. The default, of course, would be web page and article, but they're all web pages and articles. And so if your landing page is about a house for sale or a product release, then you should look for something that fits that. There are a lot of product schemas that allow you to say things like whether it's digital or physical or shippable or limited by country or whatever. So picking one general one for a landing page is a little too vague. You'd want to make it about whatever your landing page is about.
Okay. And then I see another question from Kay as well. Does the video add-on for Yoast for paid accounts only? The video
It is.
It is for paid accounts only. Okay.
Yeah, for Yoast Pro.
Yoast Pro.
I'm not super happy with what that gave me. I bought Yoast Pro for other reasons and just put in the video thing because there it was. I'm still in the process of nailing down how I want to present myself. And so I'm probably going to get this plugin, which is free on WordPress.org, and it'll offer a lot more stuff.
Okay. Elizabeth is saying, when you change your site representation in Yoast, how long does it take to propagate?
It updates your website instantly. And so propagation comes from however long it takes for cache to clear. If you're doing Open Graph, then social networks clear their cache about once an hour. So if you change your image and immediately go look, it won't be right. But it's certainly less than a day. I have in the past forgotten to put an image on a post, gone to buffer and seen, oh, that's the wrong image entirely, and I go fix it, and I come back an hour or two later and it's fine. I'll bet a lot that it's different for every site, but for Open Graph, it's not that long.
Okay. Okay. And Mary is asking, do you have a link for Christopher Lambie's blog or site?
No, I don't know.
I believe it's someone in who's in attendance, I believe, so he can share his the information on the chat. Christina is asking, please, if Topher, you could recap the steps that you took when you went to the preview, ogrpreviewlab.com, when he goes to your website and update Yoast. If you can recap the steps for everyone.
So let's see here. Let me go. I'll do this real time because everyone should hack in real time during presentations. Do I need my... Nope, I didn't need it. Okay, so that's the wrong image for my blog. So I'm going to go there. All right. And log in. And I'm going to update just for that one page rather than... Oh, no, because it's not a page. So I'm going to have to go to Yoast and go to Settings. And I'm going to go to Site Representation. And I am a person. You can tell I never filled this out. What user? I am Topher. And that is my avatar. And now I save changes. Now I'm going to clear cache so that, let's see. Yeah, we'll do that. That's another thing. If you change your site, but don't clear your cache, then your cached version is going to be serving the wrong information for a long time. And now let's see what happens if I do this again. Nope, it didn't do it yet. I don't know if this site caches. Let's try this. Haha, okay. So this is grabbing the first post from my blog. I don't know why. So we talked about how long it takes to propagate. Well, longer than this. But to answer the question of what I did, I went from the checker into Yoast, and we go to Site Representation and put in this information.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So those are the steps.
Yep, those are the steps.
Okay. Thank you.
And, again, I'm using Yoast, but if you're using all-in-one SEO, then it's going to be a different process. It's whatever process your plugin uses.
Okay. Let's see. Christina is asking, typically, how long does it take for the ogpreviewlab.com to update?
I don't know. This is a very new website. It just came out a month ago or so. Let me try it again and see if it does it. Yeah. I don't know what this debug tool does. Let's do that. Oh, that's interesting. I like that. You got to be logged into Facebook, and I'm not. Each one has a debug tool, and it will tell you how to change what's here at that particular site. I will keep checking this, and I will let you know. Like, I will tell Anna how long it takes for this to catch up.
Yeah, you can get back then.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's any other questions. Someone says it's got to go. Christina is asking, so all the updates you're doing in Yoast to fix how, the update you're doing in Yoast to fix how the images look?
Yeah.
Those updates you were doing on Yoast?
Yep.
Okay. So they were to fix.
You know what? Let's do this. This will be really helpful. I'm going to view source. And there's my open graph. And it does not have an image here. So so it's still not set right. Even though I made those changes in Yoast, It's not set right. Select image. I wonder if I need to be more specific. Oh my goodness. I have so many images. Oh, here we go. We'll pick that one. No, let's pick this one. That's for fun. That's my superhero image from when I worked at X Team. Save changes. Okay, now let's review my source. And it's still not there. Oh, that's a Twitter card. Huh. So I don't know why it's not doing that.
It's not okay.
Page. Social image. Okay, so I don't have a social image for my own page. Perhaps I was wrong about site representation and you need to set this up. So let's select one here. Select. Save changes. You'll note that I did not put in like a meta description or anything. Now let's look at my source again. Did it reload? Yeah, it's reloading. And nope, still nothing. I have to clear my cache. Oh, haha. Because, oh no, that's posts. That would be individual posts. That's good to know too, that you can put in different stuff for different content types. Let me load this without cache. And then page source. Well, this is a little embarrassing. I don't know why that's not like that. That's something else I can research and put on the page for this.
We have some homework for you. I see
Yeah.
one more question here from Salina. What do you
Yeah.
need in order to use Open Graph? Can you just manually add the code?
You can. If you don't want to use an SEO plugin or any other plugin, you can just put the code in.
Okay.
It's very simple, as you can see. Well, here, I'll go back to the original. It just looks like this. So there's a meta, a property, and the content. And then there are only, these are the defaults. And then these are all of the others. So this is not a complicated specification.
Mhm. Okay. Cool. So I don't see any other questions popping up here. Maybe
Oh,
one
I see
more
one from
here.
Christina.
Yes, there's one more from Christina. Will this work on my clients' test sites on my server to check before they go live?
You can put the code in there, and if that page is accessible from the outside, like if it's not behind a password or something, then it should totally work fine.
Okay, that's good news.
Yeah.
That's great.
And it looks like Kay's asking about rank math.
Would you have
this
this
on top of rank math?
Yeah, would you have the
Yoast?
schema plugin on top rank math or Yoast?
I don't know rank math well enough to know how they handle schema. I'm not really happy with how Yoast does. There's not enough there. I would do a plugin on top of Yoast. You should look at what your options are in rank math, and if they're too limited, then yeah, go ahead and add a plugin. I don't know how to tell Yoast to not do any schema at all. Didn't look that up. I'll bet you can do that. Yoast is pretty powerful. Because I don't know that you would want to double up your schema stuff.
Okay.
So you'd want to use a schema plugin and not do whatever Yoast is doing. You'd want to add to it.
Okay.
Ooh, under homepage for Yoast. Elizabeth is being awesome. Let's see.
Oh, okay. So Elizabeth is, I guess, replying. I think it's
Yeah.
under homepage in Yoast.
Yeah,
And
but I don't
went
have a
to the
home
Yoast.
page. My home is my blog roll. So that's why I thought it would be here, let's see, for posts. For posts, it's typically the featured image. Like if you don't put something in, Yoast will make it. In fact, here you can't even do it with for posts without Pro. It really bothers me that that's not putting it in there. Social description. Representation. Let's see, features. Yeah, we don't want that. Site basics. Site image. Well, let's try this. Save. Reload. View page source. That did it. Okay, so I had to go to Site Basics. I don't know why it didn't do it under Site Representation or my homepage, but there it is. So now let's go back here and analyze. Oh, I didn't clear my cache. Yeah, let me clear my cache. Dun, da-da. So now we have it for mine. Let's see. Oh, haha, it looks better in Pinterest. Let's see. Nope, I want this. How long it took this to catch up? Yeah, okay. So LinkedIn still doesn't see it because they have their own internal cache. All right. Do we have any more questions?
I don't. I see a lot of comments, but not many questions at this
Yeah.
point. So maybe we let people go, let people go back to their
Sure.
job. But
Yeah.
I wanted to thank you, Topher, if we have a recording of this for people to review in a few days. And
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody who's attending, and of course, Erica for her help with the question and answers and the chat. And finally, for everybody, stay tuned for upcoming webinars. We have 3 more upcoming that we're soon going to list on our site, greengeeks.com/webinars. And there will be different topics, of course. But look up for it and join us next time.
Oh, it looks like Selena has a quick question. Do we have time?
Oh, yeah. I see that quick question popped up really quickly. Do the OG tags replace the regular meta tags?
No. No, they are their own unique meta tags. You could have hundreds of meta tags if you want for different reasons. So these are just additional ones.
So they don't. Great. Okay. Well, thank you, Topher. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, everyone. And we will see everyone soon.
Yes, thank you.
Anna.
Okay.
Thank you, Topher.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.